Welcome to Gen-Ark's online video help. This video will cover user management within your Gen-Ark portal. The content within a Gen-Ark archive may be shared easily with friends and family. To access the user management tools, click on the Users button found on the main navigation menu. This will either bring you to your user profile or, if you are a founder or a curator, the user list. The user list is a thumbnail view of all users that have access to your archive. This list is created, managed, and viewed by the founder or curator only. A user profile is set up when a new user is added to a Gen-Ark archive. The profile includes personal information such as name, username, password, phone number, email, user levels, and permissions. Founders or curators can add as many users as needed. For each new user, carefully choose their user level and permission based on what you want them to be able to view, add, or edit. To add a new user, click on the Add New User button next to the User List heading at the top of the page. This brings you to a new screen to enter the user information. Enter information into the text fields. All of the fields marked with the red asterisks are required information. Make sure to choose a correct user level from the drop-down list. Gen-Ark supports a flexible system of 4 different user levels of access with customizable permissions within some of these user levels. To view the levels quickly, hover over the help icon next to the drop-down list. A viewer is a user who has the ability to view and download assets from the categories they are given permission to access. They are also able to perform searches in these categories. A contributor is a user who has the same rights as a viewer, but can also be given the ability to upload and delete assets in the categories they have permission to access. In addition, they may be able to add assets to the workspace in order to edit metadata, link files, and change categories. A curator has full access to the archive except for the right to modify the founder's information page. Full archive access includes the ability to view and modify all of the assets and categories, as well as manage all user profiles and permissions. A curator is usually designated as a beneficiary or manager of the archive, originally by the founder, then by successive curators. And finally, the founder is the user level that also has full access to the archive, but they have the exclusive ability to modify the founder's information page. The founder is defined as the original purchaser of the archive and is the first to designate a curator. To complete adding a new user, click on the Create New User button. And when you have finished, it will ask you if you'd like to add permissions. Click the OK button. Before adding permissions, we're going to learn how to edit a user profile. Any user has the ability to change their own personal profile information except for their permissions. A founder or curator can also change user profiles, but they have the sole ability to modify user permissions. To edit or delete a user profile, click on the Users button from the main navigation menu. You will be brought to the user profile page, or if you're a founder or curator, you will be brought to the user list page. Click on the View Profile button under the avatar, where you'll be brought to the user profile page. To edit the profile, click on the Edit Profile button at the upper right-hand corner. From here, you can enter in the information that you want to edit. and click Save Changes. For the added security of carefully managing access to your archive, new users are automatically set up without permissions. This means that they cannot perform any actions such as viewing, uploading, modifying, or deleting in your archive. You have to specifically add permissions for every action you want the user to be able to perform. Permissions are based on allowing or denying the ability to perform actions within a category and possibly its subcategories. You can choose from a variety of combinations to customize each user's archive experience. All permission actions are done from the user profile page and can only be accessed by a founder or a curator. To add permissions, click on the Add button to the right of the Permissions heading. A small window opens with drop-down list options. Choose a category from the first drop-down list. To access all of the categories in your archive, choose the top-level category. Choose the action combination from the action drop-down lists. Your choices are allowing or denying the following rights: deleting rights, modifying rights, upload rights, view rights, or all rights. If you'd like to include the subcategories, you can click on the Yes. If not, click on the No. To complete this task, click on the Add Permissions button. It's important to note that for each user, you can add multiple permissions to the same categories if needed. For example, if you want a user to be able to upload, modify, and view assets in a category but not delete, you would add a permission to allow all rights and then add another permission to deny deleting rights. You would apply both of those actions to the same category.